There are moments in life when you feel like you're standing on a threshold. Behind you lies a familiar, the chapters you've already lived, the patterns you once relied on, the roles you once played. Ahead of you lies something unknown, not yet visible, not yet shaped. And in between, you find yourself in a strange stillness where nothing feels clear, yet everything seems to be shifting beneath your feet. You try to cling to the old, but life slips away from your grip like water. Plans unravel. People you thought would stay begin to drift. Opportunities you once accessed so easily suddenly feel locked. And in the middle of this uncertainty, you hear a quiet voice whisper, "What if this isn't falling apart? What if this is falling into place? What if the chaos you're experiencing isn't punishment, but passage? What if the disorientation isn't a mistake, but divine design?" Because the truth is, the universe doesn't seek your comfort. It seeks your transformation. Growth rarely comes when life feels easy. It comes when everything inside of you is stretched, challenged, and awakened. Sometimes the only way the universe can awaken you is by undoing the version of yourself that you've outgrown. That's why you might feel the old version of you fading. The habits, the identities, the attachments, they no longer fit who you are becoming. This is not the end. This is a turning point. You're not being abandoned. You're being summoned, rearranged, and prepared for something greater than you've yet known. Think of it like a construction zone. What feels like chaos, the noise, the dust, the disorder, is actually a sign that something new is being built. It doesn't look neat, it doesn't feel comfortable, but it is progress. You've stepped out of the old, but the new has not yet formed fully. That in-between is not emptiness. It's a womb. You're not lost. You are becoming. Every disruption, every delay, every unexpected ending, it's all part of a larger design that your eyes can't see yet, but your soul can feel. Life will never remain in the exact shape you once knew. Why? Because your soul is too expansive, too eternal, too alive to stay trapped in yesterday's framework. When things unravel suddenly, it doesn't always mean something went wrong. Sometimes it means something deeper is going right. Think of times when a door closed in your life. At first, it felt like rejection. But later, looking back, you realize it wasn't rejection. It was redirection. Maybe a relationship ended and it broke you at the time. But in hindsight, you saw how it freed you. Maybe a job slipped away and you panicked. But later discovered it created space for a better path. The universe knows when something has already served its purpose. It doesn't let you stay in a space where your spirit can no longer grow. It shakes the ground beneath you, not to punish you, but to carry you forward. That's why the process feels so intense. Because it doesn't just shift your circumstances, it reshapes your roots. It pulls away the layers you once thought were your identity so that a truer, stronger foundation can emerge. This is why letting go is necessary. Letting go isn't weakness. It's sacred release. Detachment is not about losing. It's about creating space. You can't climb higher if you're still clinging to the ledge below. And yet, fear makes us grip even tighter. But the universe knows when something has become too small for you, and in its wisdom, it loosens your hold. At first, this feels like chaos. Things fall apart quicker than your mind can explain. But here's the truth. You're not being emptied to suffer. You're being emptied to receive. Detachment is not coldness. It is trust. Trust that what is truly meant for you can never be lost. Trust that the space left behind by what departs is not a wound, but an invitation. The universe is not trying to strip you bare. It is preparing you for something greater, something aligned with your true self. And here lies the secret. You don't need to understand every detail of the path ahead. You don't need all the answers. What you need is the courage to say yes. A sacred yes. Not a half-hearted yes, but a deep, soul-level surrender. This sacred yes doesn't demand a grand performance. It happens quietly, in the stillness of your heart, when you stop running from the unknown and start trusting what is calling you forward. When you say yes to the rearrangement, life begins to shift. You stop forcing open doors, and suddenly, the right ones open with ease. The noise inside quiets, not because the world outside has changed overnight, but because you have changed. You begin to respond differently. The triggers that once pulled you down lose their power. The fears that used to dictate your choices begin to dissolve. Because the self you are becoming doesn't operate from lack anymore. You don't chase, you attract. You don't beg, you believe. And this is where you start to see the beauty of the rearrangement. Every closed door was protection. Every delay was preparation. Every detour was redirection. None of it was meant to break you. It was meant to shape you, to bring you into alignment with a version of yourself you've always been meant to live as. So if your life feels uncertain right now, if it feels like you've been stripped of what was familiar and the new hasn't revealed itself yet, don't rush to rebuild what you've lost. Sit in the unknown. Listen, the rearrangement isn't finished yet. Clarity will come, not all at once, but exactly when you need it. Trust that you are not walking alone. Even in silence, the universe is moving pieces you cannot see, aligning the right people, the right opportunities, the right timing. This is not destruction. This is precision. This is not punishment. This is preparation. The universe is not trying to harm you. It's trying to reveal you, to peel away the layers of who you thought you had to be, so that the real you, the expansive, aligned, powerful you, can finally step forward. So pause, breathe, trust. You are being asked to say yes to a life you have not yet lived, to a version of yourself you've barely met. This rearrangement is not pulling you under, it's pulling you through. And on the other side of this transformation lies everything you've been preparing for, even without realizing it. Remember, growth will always ask something of you. It will stretch you. It will ask you to release what no longer serves you. But with every release comes expansion. With every surrender comes new life. You are not being diminished. You are being refined. The time has come to stop fearing what's leaving and start embracing what's arriving. Stop seeing endings as losses and start seeing them as beginnings in disguise. Because that's exactly what they are. This is not the universe taking from you. It's the universe answering your prayers in a language your soul understands. Through release, through redirection, through resurrection. So let go. Trust deeper. Walk forward. Not because you know the map, but because you trust the guide. Not because you see the whole picture, but because you believe in the unseen intelligence painting it. You were never meant to remain unchanged. And now, the rearrangement begins. If this message resonated with you, take it as a sign. Subscribe to the Healing Vibe for more wisdom, inspiration, and guidance on your journey. Together, we'll walk through the unknown and uncover the beauty of what's waiting for you on the other side.